Kit Kat. When you break it in half, is it one piece of candy or two?
I don't break mine in half, so I'm a heathen.
I don't eat Kit Kats.
Oh, this is going nowhere.
I'm a heathen, man. I don't even break it in half. I just start biting.
I had a conversation at work, the difference between the left and right Twix.
Yeah.
Because I don't eat Twix. Yeah. So I don't know if there's an actual difference.
Right Twix, all the way.
Right Twix has a softer biscuit,
No.
left Twix is sweeter.
See, I heard they're the exact same and there's no difference
Then why
whatsoever.
would there be commercials?
Exactly.
Why would they false advertise about the differences between left Twix and right
That's like...
Twix?
See, I didn't know.
That's a lawsuit.
Well, okay, because I remember because it was a Twix bar. It was 2 right Twix. And it was like, but then the left Twix in the package is now a left Twix and no longer a right Twix.
They got little R's on them, like your socks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Some socks have a little R, little LOL.
Yeah, I've got a pair at home.
I do not. That's weird. My headphones are like that, but...
It's only weird when you put one on and you see the L and it's on your right foot and you're like, damn it.
Well, it also makes the sock fit to your foot better too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Runner choose them.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
they're like the compression socks.
Yeah.
This is new to me.
Yeah. And well, even like it's even recommended with like normal socks because they're evenly distributed throughout your foot. That as you put one on, it'll stretch naturally to the left or right, and you're supposed to keep it on that foot because the sock will theoretically have a longer shelf life.
That's why I always sort my
that did not
laundry in whites, darks, and lefts and rights.
Yeah, you have your left underwear over here, your right underwear over there.
Does your underwear come apart?
Oh no.
It does
Mine
now.
doesn't.
Mostly mine has a hole in the middle, so
So you could rip it in half.
I mean maybe. Or I can fold it in half.
Bet you won't.
Heard you would.
Take off my pants.
Never said I had to be one that you had on.
Yeah. You want to do an intro?
Yeah.
He seems so excited.
Yeah, I'm getting into it. Mark came out, it was like, so yesterday I was up at like 7 or 8 and Mark slept till like 10 or 11. Then today he comes out at 10 and I just covered myself with a blanket.
He also talked about last night. It was like 1 a.m. He's like falling asleep. And then I'm talking to this morning. He's like, yeah, so I was up at 3 a.m. last night doing this thing.
Yeah.
And it just like, how are you up at 3 a.m?
I was awake then.
Yeah.
Like once I turned out the lights, I laid down. I was like,
You just didn't sleep.
We just watched Monsters U until we got tired.
Yeah.
Like Monsters University?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have Disney Plus. We can watch whatever the hell we want now.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop us.
alright, ready?
Except HBO.
Welcome to the newest episode of Intimidatingly Funny. I'm your co-host Jared. With us today are 2 special guests. First up we have
Danny.
and other special guest
Cody.
with co-host Mark. And I'm your other co-host, Jared.
So you say co-host. So we have 3 co-hosts. We got
Yeah.
Jared, and Mark.
Exactly. I need to outnumber you somehow.
I don't like that. You know what? That's a good cut.
No,
The last co-host part.
it's gonna. This is the part of a hostile takeover. Every time, like next episode, there's gonna be 3 Jareds in the intro.
See, what it's gonna be is I'm just gonna cut you completely out of it, and I'm just gonna make my own intro. That's just me talking.
We'll see.
No, I like Jared idea. It's going to be co-host Jared, guest Danny, co-host Jared, guest Cody, co-host Mark.
Exactly.
You gotta make
And
sure.
Jared.
Oh, co-host Jared.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you get all the billings. So you know if they zone out in the middle of it, just
Jared
you know
as
it's
Jared
still
as Jared as Jared.
there. Yeah.
Which I had forgotten. I recently went back and listened to our first episode. We apparently had like a 10-minute conversation over whether you want to be first, last, or somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I completely forgot we had that conversation.
Oh, you do remember? I remember having that conversation because it was the argument of do you want to be the special guest star blank?
Yeah. Do you want
or
to be
do you-
billed first or last?
Yeah.
I like the circle thing that you did.
Yeah, see, now I'm first and last, so I don't have to care.
That's more of just
Yeah.
sandwich the co-host between the guests. Make them feel belonged.
Yeah.
You're not belonged. I'm just letting you know that now.
I'm here for your ad revenue and then kick me out.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we had Caleb on here, and for most of the podcast, he was making fun of both of us. And we were talking about, it's like, yeah, we really don't know how we feel about you. It's like, you came in here, like, I think Jared was like, yeah, you came in here, made fun of me, but then you made fun of Mark, and then you agreed with me on something. He's like, I'm very neutral about you.
Very
right now.
up in the air right now.
Oh, don't worry until you have to edit this back and all my words are slurred because I can't enunciate worth shit.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying I have that problem.
Oh, yeah. There's only so much that editing can do. I like to just leave Mark up to it. You know, whatever Mark thinks is good.
Yeah.
And then I do all the other stuff.
Yeah, the Twitter that you don't mess with.
Hey, maybe when you put some stuff out, I'll tweet about it.
Oh, okay, what was the last tweet that you did on our Twitter account?
Probably episode 1.
Yeah. What episode are we on right now?
17?
Yeah, I know. It does sound like you're a little behind.
Yeah, I'll just send out a bunch all at once. Be like, oh no, they were sitting there. I guess I never hit send.
Oh, yeah. Because, Twitter has a draft like an email.
If you leave it open, it does. He just has to leave it open on, like, what episode is this?
I think this is 5.
Yeah.
Oh, so he has 3 open computers with the same draft
Yeah.
document.
Yeah, exactly.
It's even like the same email. Like you're just changing the number from like 3 to 4.
Well, I usually text our follower independently.
Yeah, or one follower.
Yeah, well, that's because we're gonna be huge, baby. We're gonna go coast to coast, north and south, west and east.
Okay.
I don't know.
What about the people on the moon or the ISS?
Well, there's no one on the moon right now.
They're going to be
Mhm.
eventually.
Well, depends. Elon Musk is a little ambitious in that field. He said he has a plan to put people on Mars by 2024.
Don't we have a new moon mission though going on?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is to stage the moon to get people to Mars.
I don't know why he said stage the moon. I thought you were gonna like stage the moon landing. Like we're gonna stage having a
We
conversation.
never,
no,
we
no.
actually never made it. So it's like, this is the real time. This is the real time we're
We're
gonna do
turning the moon into a 7-Eleven. You stop, you gas up, and then you go to the moon. Or to
Oh,
Mars.
it's just so you go to
Yeah,
the moon.
yeah.
You go to the moon.
You go to the studio,
Yeah.
you get all your film time in on the moon.
See, what they don't tell you, there's a secret moon behind the moon that you don't see. That's where we're really going.
And that's where everybody lives.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that's where all the rich people live.
Yeah, it's like Transformers on the dark side of the moon. Like it was actually on the other side.
Never saw that.
Never saw
You never saw.
Transformers.
Like, okay, whoa. You
At all?
never
No,
saw.
I've seen the first one,
Okay,
and the
okay, I was
second
gonna
one,
say, you have to at least have
and
seen
then it
the
started
first.
going downhill. And then Michael Bay was like, just add more explosions. And then Michael Bay was just like, this is getting bad. I need to leave, and I'll let someone else take over.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go make TMNT and butcher that series now.
he didn't make that. He was the producer on that.
He was
I
the
thought.
producer. He
Yeah.
didn't direct it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
However-
you go by the director's standpoint, Michael Bay basically just hung about his shoulder. Was just like, yeah, that's not good enough. Go ahead and change that.
Well, I mean, the turtles are aliens. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Yeah,
They're
I will
mutants.
fight you.
yeah, that was the point.
No, they're friends with their what was it? God, what's their names?
April.
Benefits.
April O'Neil's pets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, that's how they went about it.
yeah.
It was a lot.
Don't worry. You also had Shredder, the Decepticon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they listen to the fans, and on some level, you shouldn't listen to the fans.
Well, no, see, they listened to the fans for the second one. Because the second one actually will stick by it's a good movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
But
a lot better.
because the first one sucked so much, no one saw the second one.
exactly.
But even then, they were just like, okay, let's rearrange some things, make it a lot better.
Yeah.
Add some 80s cartoon characters
Yeah.
to it.
The worst part about the second one was Casey Jones, to be honest.
Yeah.
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 And they had April O'Neil say Cowabunga. It's like, come on, no.
Please don't.
Well, they had April O'Neil save the day in the first one, and I was
Yes.
not okay with that.
Yes.
But I'm not okay with Megan Fox, so.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
You have
These are a
something
lot
to
of
say.
people.
What do you want to say?
We're going back and forth between Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and
'Cause
I'm
it's the
not
same
following.
movie.
well, Megan Fox is in both movies.
Yeah.
Well,
Megan
yes.
Fox in both movies, and there's a Transformer in both movies because of Shredder. And
Well, yeah, that's why, because at one point we were talking about that, I was like, the Transformer comment, and then you're like, yeah, but then in the second one, April saved the day, and I was like, wait a second, when did we switch?
What's your Transformers comment?
I watched the one with dinosaurs, because it was like, robot
Oh.
dinosaurs.
Age
Yeah.
of Extinction.
And
Sounds
I'm
great.
watching this, and Hank sat down with me,
well, there's your first mistake.
and we're watching this, and about 90 minutes in, he turns to me, he's like, did you click on the wrong one? And I was so unsure, I paused it, I was like, no, it says Age of Extinction. Played it, and of course it's like 2.5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally
The Dadabots show up at 2 hours, 10
like
minutes in.
2:10
Yeah.
and they come out, and we're like, oh, it's gonna be epic, and then they do like nothing.
Yeah.
And
No, they're
I was-
there for that one cool sequence of going through the city, but they only do that. Stop breaking the chair!
I can't lean back in the chair.
I
Don't
hope,
lean back!
I hope your mic picked that up.
I just say, if you hear a thud in the middle of this, that's Cody breaking my chair.
I have to sit on my feet and knees.
Do you want like a pillow sit on the floor?
I think I got a lawn chair hidden in my car.
Look, don't worry, it's getting worse.
Dude, we just need to get like a shit ton of like duct tape. Just start duct taping the chair.
Do you have duct tape?
I think I do actually. I have Gorilla tape.
We'll
somewhere.
engineer fix.
Yeah. If anything, it's in my car. I think it's somewhere. Oh, that might be in my toolbox. I don't know. I bought some and put it somewhere. Gotta figure out where.
How do you not know?
And it might be actually in my kitchen drawer where my scissors are. Now I'm thinking about it.
You keep it in your toolbox.
Yeah.
You're
Like if you look at the first drawer. There's that. Yeah, there it is. Told you.
Just remember, you hurt yourself. I'm not taking you to the hospital.
I'm trying not to hurt myself.
So Cody's pulling out the tape.
It doesn't work.
See, now we can be an ASMR podcast.
Oh yeah. How much of? Oh my god! Like that was not there before.
Describe what you're seeing, Mark.
So there's a giant ass crack now just on my chair that was not
Hey,
there.
Janice, I'm making Twitter. Put on his Twitter now.
I'm just gonna take a picture of this.
You know, y'all are supposed to be millennials. You're supposed to be using the Twitter and social media and all that.
Yeah, I think our problem is we keep calling it the Twitter.
Twitter.
What,
I
just
mean-
like the Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad's on the Facebook
Oh, no.
now. Did you just... Oh. I thought at first he went to hold it steady, and then the back part of the chair just came off, and he was like,
You know, I invite you over to my place. I didn't expect anything to get broken.
Nothing got broken yet. I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't.
I'm gonna take a picture of this later and show everyone your final product.
It'll work. I swear to God.
This official engineer.
It could be worse, Cody.
Remember, I'm allowed to build things legally.
In high school, I was invited to have dinner with my girlfriend and her family. So like, oh, just go sit down while they're setting the table and everything, because like they didn't want help or whatever. I was like, okay. They didn't tell me that there's one chair no one ever sits in, because if you touch it, it breaks. So I just go, and I was like, I've seen them like at the table before, so I knew vaguely where everyone's spot was. I go, I sit down, and as I'm like lowering myself into the chair, I see her mom just go like, no, and I sit and just it falls apart.
Alright.
And of course, I feel like, okay, this is my fault.
Nope.
Just don't lean back.
I can't lean back. I lean back as immediate crack.
So what we're hearing is that Jared and Cody cannot sit in chairs.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm hearing.
So move to the floor.
I prefer hammocks. We should get some hammocks.
Hammocks for
So
the
you
podcast.
just hang hammocks in here?
I agree.
Yeah.
I have a 4-H hammock. I haven't used it yet.
Alright, yeah. I'm just gonna take this away from you.
To be honest with you, it's not the stickiest duct tape I've ever used.
It's Gorilla Tape, so it's not
even
duct tape.
duct tape.
Yeah.
Really bad.
So sorry that my tape's not good enough for you.
So, Mark got a cake from a bakery,
I did.
It looks
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
This is a very nice looking cake.
Yeah.
and he won't let me have a piece.
You can have a damn piece.
He
So
just
for,
didn't want you to cut it yet.
Well,
no. For context, so I picked up this damn cake. And one, Jared has these muffins.
I
Assuming you ate the muffins.
Yes.
Okay.
They were delicious, by the way.
But I get the cake and I tell Jared, like, hey, can you hold this in the car for me? So, because I don't want to, like, knock around over it. And he goes, only if I can have a piece. I go, well, I mean, I have to take it to my D&D session because it's the cake for them. You can't have a piece.
We'll see if it gets there safely or not. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a crazy world that we live in.
And I was like, man, I don't know if I'm even going to bring back a piece now for you.
Mhm.
And, you know, there's like a fourth or more than a fourth of that cake
And
left.
have you offered me a piece?
I have said multiple times you can have a piece of this cake.
We were offered pieces of cake.
Yeah.
We haven't eaten yet.
Before I was. But I got into it.
I came home yesterday with the cake, being like,
and
hey,
you
I
know what
brought
you said?
back cake.
You said, it was like, oh, there was some cake left over. Never said, hey, you can have a piece.
I think like, hey, there's cake left over implies, hey, if you want some cake, you can have some cake.
Are they actually domestic?
Yes.
You would think, but
He brought this up. He
my
brought this on
sister.
himself.
No, actually, I was going to segue into something else, but now we're branching.
Okay.
Because there was cake left over from my sister and brother-in-law's wedding. This is like, I don't know, 10 years ago.
Okay, this is a wedding cake, though.
Yes, and there was cake left over. So I go, cut a slice, and I sit down. I'm about to eat it. Before my fork breaks the icing, my mom's like, what are you doing? Like, having a piece of cake. Do you want some? She's like, no. That cake isn't to eat. What? She's like, we're making cake balls with that. She's like, okay. So I go to take a bite. She's like, no. And takes it and puts it back in.
What?
So not all cake is to eat, Mark.
Okay, your family's just weird.
We could make cake balls out of that cake now.
Yeah, we could.
You could.
No, I want a slice of that cake.
Nothing's
Yeah.
stopping you.
Before you leave, you were having a slice of
Yes.
this cake.
Okay, so this was a segue into my friend Jeff sent me a Snapchat the other day of a protein bar, and he said this actually tastes really good. And it was birthday cake flavor.
Oh.
So
Why?
I asked him what
Yeah.
it tasted like, and he said
Birthday
like
cake?
birthday cake.
Yeah.
Birthday cake isn't a flavor.
It's the confetti cake.
Yeah.
Then call it confetti cake. Birthday cake's not a flavor.
But it's the common birthday cake flavor.
No,
Yeah.
not in my house.
Yeah, okay, well your house is
You,
weird.
you know what birthday cake is?
What?
For my mom, it's Italian cream cake. For my dad, it's German chocolate cake.
That's
For
fine.
me, I like Boston cream pie, which is a cake. So there's 3 examples.
I'm just saying.
Ours changed by the year.
Yeah.
We have favorites.
You don't get choices, okay?
Yeah.
We make our own cake.
Yeah,
we have
how
our
dare
yeah.
you.
We make our.
Oh no,
own
we
cake.
make our own too. It's just
We have
I
our-
make my own.
Yes, which is why you
You make
went to
your
a
cookies.
bakery to get this cake.
No.
oh yeah. Then why
This
is there a
reminds me,
name
we
on
need
the
more
box?
cake tins.
There's not a name on the box. It was on the receipt that I threw away.
Oh, it's all coming together. So if you want to go through Mark's trash to prove him a liar, I'll pay for your expenses.
See, from my understanding, it's Mark stole the cake.
I would say it was a good choice, but I don't know because I don't know if it tastes good or not.
You can go get a slice.
No one's
Yeah.
stopping you
Yeah,
here.
this is gonna be a thing this whole podcast.
Yeah. Just like last time, you wanted a fucking cookie cake, but you didn't get a cookie cake.
Yeah.
We complained the entire time.
Yeah. Because Hank didn't bring a cookie, so we called Hank to bring a cookie cake to the podcast.
Well, there's
No,
your first
no,
problem.
That was your second problem.
Hank called in. Hank called into the podcast, and we were trying to figure out because he was supposed to be on that one,
Yes.
but out of nowhere, you guys are. He's like, "Should I bring anything?" And Andrew was like, "I'll bring beer for afterwards." And Mark's just like, "And a cookie cake."
Yeah.
And then it became this thing because he called twice at the beginning and at the end.
Yeah.
And they got mad when he showed up at the end and didn't have cookie cake.
But this also tells you about Hank's tardiness. So we were planning on Hank being on the podcast. Garrett does the introduction and is like, all right, and special guest Hank. Hank, we record for over an hour,
Yes.
and Hank walks in. Like we're like, all right, time to end the podcast. Oh, hey, Hank's calling me. Hey, I'm at your front door. It's like we are literally ending this, and you're walking in.
However, we did keep on long enough for him to come in and say something.
Yeah,
So he did get the proper credit he was due.
yes. He's on it for a total of like 3 minutes, if you count his phone calls.
Well, Hank has always been late. I mean, we were at dinner with you and a former girlfriend of yours, and you picked out his order at the restaurant.
Yeah, and you guys didn't believe me, but I nailed it.
Yeah, you said
You
there was
nailed
like
it.
Drink, even the appetizer.
But he showed up by the time we got our food and by the time I think we
I
were
even-
done.
I even
I
knew what
think-
time he was.
I'm gonna say
showing
you
up.
nailed the time. Also,
I nailed
right?
the
yeah,
time,
he had
too.
everything.
He nailed everything. It was great.
I even nailed the joke where you take the lemon and you bite into it and hide it under your lips. Then someone looks at you and you smile at them and it's just like the lemon peel.
Look, you started doing that, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh no, I'm hopping on this action.
Because I remember we looked at each other,
We just
smiled, and just
started
started crying. Oh.
See, me and Jared have those one moments where we look at each other and do something, and then we're like, oh shit, yeah, we gotta both do that, because we've done it with the vodka and the gummy bears.
Mm-hmm.
We did it with the orange slice every time.
You want to explain the vodka and gummy bears?
So we decided to make vodka gummy bears with really shitty vodka and some gummy bears. We didn't separate it by flavor. We just kind of threw it all together and poured some vodka in.
We had been drinking before the vodka gummy bear idea was there.
Because
Yes.
this was Super Bowl.
It was
a
Super Bowl. We
Super
created
Bowl.
this idea.
And
But-
so we're just like, I remember there was a moment of hesitation of like, all right, how are we going to do this?
I just said stick them all in
Yeah,
there.
and then we just like, one of us had the bag, one of us had the bottle, we both just turned upside down. And we let them sit as you do.
fermented for an hour.
And you came back,
We had black liquid and really
Yeah.
good gummy bears.
because I remember I took a little liquid, I was like, oh, that's disgusting. You got to try this.
When we were standing there, we were both looking at it. And that's when you tried it, and that's when you told me to try it, so I tried it. I was like, man, this is horrible. Hey, Andrew.
I'm pretty sure everyone there except for Danny and another one of my exes tried it.
Yes.
I didn't.
No, the gummy
Oh.
bears, though.
No.
The gummy bears, the
Gummy
juice
bears
is
were
crap, but
pretty
the
good.
gummy bears were amazing.
Well, Mark and I kept hearing you all like
Yeah.
gagging over this
But-
liquid.
Yeah.
What
It's
made it-
disgusting, but I want to share the experience.
What made it so bad, though, was the fact that me and Jared were gagging. And then we had a second one.
Mhm. I stand by my choices.
Well, didn't someone like, oh, it can't be that bad, and then like
I think
try
that
it?
was Hank.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was Hank.
Because he's like, it
Hank
can't
didn't
possibly be that. And so he took like a full shot. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Hank tried to hang it back down, but he ended up like taking the shot, put it back down, just walked into his room because he's like, no, it's horrible.
That wasn't the worst alcohol I've ever had, though. My
Right,
brother
what's
and sister-in-law.
The Bacardi at Somewhere Nowhere.
No. Worse than that. Gave me a bottle that someone had left at their, like, one of their house parties. And they're like, here, you're in college. You take this. It was vodka. It was Berry Arctic Blast.
It sounds good.
It had a really great front flavor, but the end flavor, the Arctic Blast, was mint.
Oh.
Why?
You can't mix it with anything. Like you would take a sip and you're like, this is good. Ooh.
You can make the most fucked up mint julep imaginable.
No, we tried. It was just bad.
Oh no.
Oh.
It was kind of like the vodka that I poured out that you got upset about with the fruit punch that just tastes like cough syrup after you drink it.
You said that. I thought it was
It tastes like cough syrup.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
The worst alcohol I've had though, and the sad part, it wasn't even like a shot of just mixing things, just Knob Creek. That was fucking horrible. I don't know who can handle that, stomach that, but it's bad.
I feel like that. A lot of alcohols.
Yeah.
no.
I was gonna say,
Because it feels sad about beer.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like beer, but I can handle it.
Yeah. I'm a cider man. I'll stick to my ciders.
Yeah.
I tried unfiltered Angry Orchard cider yesterday.
How was that?
It tasted like Angry Orchard. I didn't really taste much of a difference.
No.
But Brian had
Probably because you were drunk.
yeah. Well, Brian just had hard cider there. Like he took a gallon of hard cider and put it in a crop hat, so it's like nice and warm. And man, we destroyed that. It's very good.
See, we're trying to find pumpkin pie hot cider.
it's at Hopcat.
Well, we're told to come back to Total Wine to go find it because it should come back eventually.
Yeah. Because they really didn't have like a lot of seasonal.
They have a lot of seasonal beers.
There's pumpkin spice Cheerios.
There
What?
are.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Yeah, you know about that?
No.
There's pumpkin spice spam. There's pumpkin spice tampons.
Whoa. Why does a tampon need to be flavored?
I don't know.
Look at the
Why would
market,
you
like-
want one to be flavored?
Yeah, like I don't know much about women, but I feel like that's
Understatement,
something.
Mark.
Look at the chaos he caused.
But
Everyone's
Just-
screaming now.
I'm just saying.
But no, yes, it's a thing, and it's not really flavored. It's more scented.
Okay, that
So-
makes more sense.
But still,
Kind of.
Yeah.
it's taken over our culture of pumpkin spice. Like there's everything, but yes, there's pumpkin
I kind of
spice.
think that would be more awkward. Like you're just sitting there, like, just pumpkin spice.
No.
Yeah, what?
It's my new cologne.
I mean, they probably do have pumpkin spice perfume or cologne.
They have deodorant pumpkin spice. 'Cause I'm looking them up now.
No.
Did you see me and Jared were in the store yesterday, and they have Lucky Charms, but it's like vanilla cinnamon Lucky Charms.
Why?
So it's like a winter one. So,
Yeah.
so out of curiosity, you gotta get these Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
I tried them, and it's weird.
It smelled weird.
Like you were expecting, I guess, like that like sugary taste from the marshmallows, and you don't get that, but you don't really get a cinnamony taste. I think it's really more like vanilla. I'm not really for sure how to describe it, but it's one of those weird things of like it wasn't great, but I want another bowl of it. Like
So it's not bad, but it's not.
yes, what about
KFC needs to stop.
KFC pumpkin feta twister.
They need to stop. What the fuck? They also have KFC scented candles, but they need to
What
stop.
is feta?
Feta.
Oh, feta. Okay.
I works good.
I decided, what is,
Feta.
like, I decided to Google, like, weirdest pumpkin spice items. Like, so pumpkin spice spam, I was like, not so bad. Pumpkin spice nuts, that's not bad. Pumpkin spice candy corn, because, we love some candy corn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hummus. And then I got to number 5. Why is it not number 1? KFC pumpkin spice and feta twister. Why?
I don't know.
Oh my god, like,
Yeah.
why?
Well, KFC's been doing a lot of weird things.
Pumpkin spice
Well,
toothpaste.
like their dating game.
Yeah.
Did you not know about this?
No.
So KFC, for free, it's on Steam right now,
Mhm.
released a KFC finger-licking good dating simulator
Yep.
where you are a chef in a school and you're trying to win the heart of the colonel. And let me tell you, the colonel looks sexy. Like
Oh yeah, they
it-
picked the anime colonel.
it's 100% the anime colonel. And it's one of the things. My other monitor. God damn it.
Why are you a not safe for work?
Because I'm not safe for work. This incognito tab. Go over there.
So Marcus is having issues working a computer currently.
Is your computer a girl? Because I would understand.
Yeah.
What was I trying to say last night where I just could not say it?
Oh, I forgot what you're trying to... This is what he looks like.
Oh, okay.
He's like full on anime hotness. But it's a dating simulator. So there's other characters you can attempt to date, not just him. But he's also like...
Why is there a JoJo-looking character in there?
Yeah. He's the best chef, though. So, like, he talked about, like, he discovered this new chicken recipe with, like, 23 herbs and spices. Like, it's insane. It's completely free. You can download it right now. Your teacher is a corgi, I think. Yes, right. It's a dog. And at one point, you get attacked by, I think, a gravy monster. Like, it gets intense.
Sounds like Overcooked.
Yeah. What?
Have you played?
No, I've watched people play.
Oh, okay.
I thought about downloading him.
He's not good. He spectates. He's not good enough to play.
He's not good enough for women. He can't handle the dating sim.
No, I considered it, but it's like I don't think I'm good enough for the parent kernel.
Oh.
I would have to settle for someone else because there's like a McDonald's rip-off girl. There's this guy whose name is Pop, but if you look at his name tag, it says Bob. Oh. It's him reading it upside down, looking down.
It's actually pretty clever.
That's actually really good.
So I think everyone here has Disney Plus or access to someone's Disney Plus.
Oh, did you
Jared, do you want to confess?
We traded.
Okay. We made a quote-unquote deal, even though he already promised me before this deal was made he was going to give me a Stadia friend code.
No, I said I might.
Okay.
Justin also wanted it.
Okay. And then as the Disney Plus comes out, and he's like, hey, I'll make you a deal. You give me your Disney Plus login, I'll give you my Stadia friend code. But I want to say this deal, and also I wouldn't give him my pants. But
I said additional pants may apply.
Okay. Well, the conversation started with like, "Hey, I got a deal for you," and I just reply, "I'm not giving up my pants. I like these." That's how the conversation started. He's giving me 3 months of Stadia. I'm giving him a year.
Stadia Pro.
A year of Disney Plus.
I'm like, game. You get a free game.
What, Destiny 2? That's already free?
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know.
You can download it right now on Xbox.
You have to download it on the Blizzard.net.
I'm just saying.
Just saying?
I'm just saying, I feel like you owe me another 9 months or something.
Friendship?
I don't know. He gave us Slack TV and then canceled it immediately. Took our Hulu.
No.
Sling TV.
Or Sling, I'm sorry. Sling.
Slack is different.
Yeah.
Yes.
If Slack has TV, I would be interested to see what that looks like. But yes, Disney Plus.
Yes.
Yes, Disney Plus. Where's this conversation going?
Oh yeah, I was just wondering what you guys think about it. We're what?
I think
week and a half?
Okay, what have you watched so far is the question.
A lot of...
What was the first thing that you watched?
Steamboat Willie.
Okay, not what I was thinking.
We wanted to start where it all started with Disney. So
yeah, it started
with racism.
Yes.
Well, if we wanted to get technical, it started with Oswald, but we can't get access to Oswald because Universal's an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started Steamboat Willie. What did you move on after that?
Did
you just follow through the decades?
So, Danny had to go to sleep because his schedule was weird, so then I went into watching the Imagineering story because that was my childhood essentially wrapped up into one documentary.
Okay.
Except they can't get the originals from Travel Channel, but I started with that, so I got to sit and feel like, oh man, this is what I want to do as a dream. And then I still haven't done it, but hey, anyone listening to this Imagineer, I'm looking for a job. And then after that, we started watching Pixar shorts, and then we started watching just kind of alternating whose turn it is to do movies. I think the last night was Monsters University. It was my turn, so now it's Danny's turn.
Did you watch the Pixar short of The Fork?
Yes.
Mr. Forky and
What is
Friendship?
Money? No, we haven't done Friendship yet.
You have to watch the Friendship
No,
one.
we watched What is Money.
Yeah, watch What is Money.
Yeah, he comes out with a new one to
Friday.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So here's our issue that we're having with Disney Plus. Well, it's not really with Disney Plus. It's with Vizio, our TV.
Yeah.
So they aren't upgrading.
They don't have the firmware upgrade yet.
Oh.
So
Even though half their TVs have it and the other half don't, they won't just move it. They're like, we'll get to you sometime in 2020. Everyone's like, early 2020? Sometime in 2020. And I'm like,
So
oh
we
my.
can't cast. So I'm either using my Apple Air, which for some reason will only do the older stuff.
Really?
It won't show any of the new stuff.
Well, it's not even the older stuff. It's just whatever everyone's kind of focusing on, like the trending stuff, which, like Avatar, Lady and the Tramp, some of the shorts, almost all the shorts. almost all the new stuff is just, it won't cast. But as soon as we drop back to something that's currently not trending, we go through it no problem.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But we connected my laptop to the TV because we've got the HDMI cable. So we've been doing that. At this point, I'm looking at maybe getting a new TV.
Cody and Dani are married, by the way.
Oh, yes.
That's an important connotation to this.
No, they're just really good friends.
I realized as you were telling the story, I was like, you guys could be roommates, or... But no, y'all married, right?
Yeah, we are
Yes.
happily married.
Still?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait.
There's
Yeah,
only
we're still
one
married.
person said happily married, but let's just skirt over that.
This is not their marriage counseling. That's next episode.
Yes. Next time they're on.
So what we didn't tell you, this is an intervention. So
Oh, God.
The marriage thing.
it's not working out for us.
Yeah.
I point to me and Jared.
Well, remember, we had the long joke of when I started hanging out with you all through Andrew, it was, we have Cody and then Cody's girlfriend, or Cody's fiance.
Yeah.
And then it became Cody and Dani. And before we got married, it was Dani and Dani's fiance. And now it's Dani and Dani's husband.
Well, there is also mom and dad.
Yes.
Yeah, there's mom and dad.
We are mom and dad. You two are our favorites.
Yeah.
Of course.
I almost actually texted you guys the other day. I think it was during the deal thing. Because I always was like, I'm going to go talk to mom about this.
Yeah, it's usually happens if Jared and Mark are fighting. We're usually the ones that have to sort it. My response is, go to the gym, get into the boxing ring, and good luck. Winner take all.
I'll take that. I can take Mark.
Well, see, I just like how we just do like no context. We'll just sit in the group chat of just like, hey mom, like Jared's being mean to me. They're like, Jared,
No,
hey,
he
Dad.
started it.
Yeah, it's like, hey dad, like.
And then Andrew's like, notice how I never like come to you all about that. I'm like, you're the good child that we don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
And then there's Hank.
Hank's adopted.
Gotta make sure that part gets in there.
Exactly. Just cut if you cut out the entire story, just leave Hank's adopted.
I think it's even funny because Hank has a very special place with me and Dani because he crashed our honeymoon.
He did.
That was just definitely hilarious. But we felt bad too watching it because he's always on the shorter end of the joke for us. And he's also on the shorter end of jokes with his family. Like, so he doesn't catch a break.
You want to elaborate on this crashing?
Oh, just like he gets... Anytime we have to do a joke to make fun of somebody, Hank's the punchline.
No,
Well, the honeymoon.
Oh,
So-
the crashing. Oh.
They don't know the story.
So, a long time ago,
Not a long time ago. It's been a year.
Are you
Long,
calling
long time
Dani
ago.
old?
Wait. How long have you been married?
To the day.
Give me a minute. And honestly, by paper, about a year and a couple months. But to be honest, it feels like forever.
Okay, I
because
just
we've been
wanted to make
engaged for a
sure,
long
buddy.
time.
I just wanted to make sure.
But no, okay,
August
so
and November of 31.
we were. So I was the DM of a group. So all I got when I got a text message from Hank saying, "Hey, I'm gonna be gone this week. I have to go on a vacation." And I said, "Oh, we'll be gone on our honeymoon, so there won't be a session anyways." And that's all that me and Hank left it at. Didn't tell anyone else. Didn't think it mattered. Moved on. So then we drive up to Cincinnati, and we're like, "Oh, we're going on the plane. We get Starbucks because Daddy would like her coffee."
You're leaving for your honeymoon.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
leaving for our honeymoon now. We're
There's a
gonna get married.
marriage between the
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we're-
Yes, we did get married.
Yeah, but like we're sitting in Starbucks, and this guy just comes around the corner like rushing. I'm like, man, that looks like Hank. Keeps drinking the coffee, and like I'm just curious. I kind of like leaned over to try to get a sight sooner. Comes by across. I was like, oh, it is Hank. Kind of tap down. You're like, hey, there's Hank, and we're just like, what the heck? So we end up walking out to them, and it's them and their family. They're like, yeah, we're going on vacation now. It's like, yeah. It's like he's like, I thought you were going from Louisville. I'm like, no, it's cheaper from Cincinnati. So then we continue on like normal. They're gonna wait for their dad. We go up, get on our plane, sit down, and then everyone starts boarding. We get the board first. Eventually, we see Hank and his family boarding. We're like, oh, are you going to New York too? And it's like, yeah. So they came with us on our honeymoon.
So I'm going to interject here because from our standpoint, Hank was joking like, "Oh, I'm going on vacation same time. I'm just going to crash their honeymoon."
Yeah.
And then he sends a Snapchat out to us of him like over his shoulder or up the aisle or something. I was like, "Oh, that's funny. You found two people who look like Cody and Dani."
Yeah.
It was a solid 3 days before I truly believed that you guys were all together.
Well, the worst part is when we got the Snapchat, I sent a Snapchat back saying about to leave for a honeymoon with Hank standing there just looking dazed in the background.
Well, it's one of those things because it's like I didn't realize it until you guys had the same schedule in New York.
Yes.
So it was specifically you guys went to go visit the Statue of Liberty, and none of us knew. But we just get a Snapchat from Hank as the Statue of Liberty going, man, it looks beautiful out here. But you see the Statue of Liberty, and then at the bar you see Cody and Dani looking out at it.
So we get this, we know what we're wearing, and then we look back, and there's Hank just standing there, and we're like, what are you doing?
And it's still not my favorite one. The best one was the day after that. We all knew that we were going to go sightseeing that day, but we never said where we were going to go sightseeing. In fact, we thought the day we landed we were going to see each other in Central Park because we both went there, but we never did. But we ended up waking up, we ended up hopping on the subway, we ended up going to the Empire State, too cloudy at the time, so we're like, oh, we'll walk down to the Iron Building. And we're walking down, we get a Snapchat from Hank, open it up, man, can't go up on the Empire State Building, too cloudy. We're like, what the heck? So then it clears up, and we're like, oh, we'll go back up from the Iron back to the Empire State. On our way up, Snapchat from Hank, over and up. Man, I can't wait, we got to see the Iron Building. I'm like, huh. He's following us. So then we're just like, we're not going to Snapchat. We're not going to Snapchat. We don't want Hank to follow us. We go up the Empire State, go back down, start heading over to Central Station. On our way on the subway, Snapchat. He's also at the Empire State Building. So we take our pictures at Central Station, start walking up the Chrysler Building. Snapchat. He's also at Central Station now.
This is all in our group Snapchat.
Yes.
And it was just terrifying the entire time.
That's the moment, by the way, when Jared figured out that we were that we were on the same vacation. Because then he started realizing, oh shit, they're following Cody and Dani. Because after we figured out they were following us, then we started sending snaps back. So we started sending snaps back to the Chrysler Building, and then he sent one from the Chrysler Building. Then we went to the Rockefeller Center, and they sent back from the Rockefeller Center. But then we went back to Times Square to eat, and they went to the baseball game. And that's where it all ended from following until the day we went to Broadway, where Hank was also seeing Broadway in Times Square. And we invited Hank to come sit with us at our 5-star meal. So he was sitting there while we were just eating fancy food.
I like to imagine you guys were very dressed up, and Hank was in I don't know, shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
They did offer him a drink though,
and on his phone the entire time.
Yeah, they go home, they open their hotel room, there's just Hank sitting in there.
Finally, I've been so bored.
Yeah.
We told him that's the one place where I don't want to see you. We don't want to see you in the hotel room.
The other big difference, though, is I don't know where they stayed, but they stayed very far away from us because we ended up getting a hotel room in Times Square. Yeah, they were in New Jersey. We were in Times Square.
Yeah, they had an Airbnb in New Jersey.
Yeah. It's a lot cheaper.
It was. I assume so. It's New Jersey.
Yeah.
But we enjoyed the fact that we woke up and we could walk into Times Square, and all the subways went through Times Square, so it was easy just to jump everywhere.
Well, it was also in the theater district, so right across from our hotel room was Hamilton, and it was just very taunting. So.
Yeah, I couldn't get the tickets. I tried, but we got Phantom instead.
We got there eventually.
Yes, we did. Yeah. Mark and Cody and I did.
Yes.
I went first.
Yeah.
We know.
Mm-hmm. We got to see Lion King though. When you went to go see Mean Girls.
Yeah, I because I've seen Lion King. It's been a while, but I would rather see Mean Girls.
Well, we're gonna try to do Anastasia, aren't we?
Yeah.
And then
tickets go on sale the 21st.
Book of Mormon is in August.
In Cincinnati.
So we were talking about seeing that.
Yeah. I would 100% go see that again. I love that.
But Danny's never seen it, and the last time I went, I couldn't walk, so...
I had bronchitis last time, so I had a pocket full of Jolly Ranchers.
We get to see Hank also attempt to do what I did, because I couldn't walk, so I wanted to try to go to... I was like, oh, we'll take the handicap section. Which had a line out and around the building, and I said, screw this, I'm just going to hobble my way up the stairs. Decided that was too much work, so I had Andrew carry my crutches. I just jumped 1 foot at a time all the way up. While Andrew was just like, if you fall, you're going to hurt yourself. I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to stand in a line. So then Hank was like, oh, it's not that hard to do that. So we went 1, 2, false.
Face plant.
Yeah.
What makes it even better is when we're going back home after everything, we're headed to the parking garage. Me and Andrew take the elevator up. Everyone else is going to take the stairs because there's only 1 level.
Yeah.
Hank decides he's going to redeem himself. Doesn't even make it 1 stair.
Yeah, I remember during the Book of Mormon, they start playing You and D, but mostly me. I just remember Hank, I'm like, this is our theme song. It was great.
Are we going to go see the Peanuts?
I mean, I'm not going to say no if you want to go see the Peanuts.
I'm okay, but I just don't want to spend... I don't want to spend $95 for a ticket. Is my biggest thing.
That was for, front row orchestra.
Yeah.
Like if we want to go balcony, it's $40, I think.
That's fine. 40 is fine, but like I don't want to spend $90 on peanuts. That just seems a little too much for the show.
Do you want to go see the Peanuts with us?
No, I was gonna say I'll go see Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which I know is in Cincinnati around Christmas.
You don't want to go see an almond and a like a cashew start having some fun together?
What was the second one? You said?
Cashew.
Yeah, you know.
You said Pikachu, right?
Yeah.
Cashew.
Okay.
Mark, let's describe what
Pistachio.
I started.
Is that a cashew when it's still in its
I
shell?
started saying a peanut. I was like, no, I can't see peanut though. So I was like,
Peanut.
Yeah.
I say peanut.
Well, you don't even say peanut. You combine like pistachio and cashew.
Yeah. Well, I got the P from the peanut and then switched mid word.
Pistachio.
It's a new type of nut.
Yeah.
You'll learn all about it if you go to the peanut show.
I doubt it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, somewhere in this world, there's probably some scientist trying to breed new nuts, and he's just listening to the podcast. He's gonna be like, they know.
We are huge in the scientific community.
Oh yeah. I said we have had multiple engineers on this podcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're very
because their entire
sciencey.
friends group is engineers except for Hank and Jared and Danny.
They don't know that.
We had Caleb.
Yeah.
What is Caleb?
Yeah, what's Caleb?
He's a CIS.
He's black.
Wow.
No, he's computer information systems, so computer
So-
science
Yeah.
with business school.
Yeah.
I feel like this chair's folding on me. Like
not
it's
a
giving
folding
me
chair.
up.
I think that's it. Like looking at the back of my chair, looking at the back of your chair, yours is definitely farther back.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna give out here in a minute.
It's like, you owe me a new chair if you break it.
No, I feel like your brother owes you a new chair.
Yeah, I've been living at this apartment for close to a year now.
50-50. You guys can split the cost.
So. Yeah. But also, my brother lives in my parents' basement, so I feel like maybe if anyone's paying for it.
Do you know what? Don't worry about it. Mark and I will show up one day and take a chair from your house.
I mean, you already tried to take our toilet roll things.
We were never going to take it off the property.
Yeah.
You tried.
So for context.
No. It was always we were going to leave it in the mailbox.
Yes.
That's kind of the plan.
That was always the plan. So for context, we go over to Cody and Dani's house, and we were having a game night. And I remember just sitting there, and I get a text from Jared saying, we're going to steal all the toilet paper.
At first I said shenanigans, ?
Oh, is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I was like, yeah. And then he tells me, all right, we're going to steal the toilet paper holders. Because you guys have 3 bathrooms?
Yes.
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And so Jared has been on purposely go to the bathroom upstairs. And he was taking them up there while everyone else was doing the one downstairs. So I went, stole the one downstairs. He stole the one upstairs. And we were good and golden.
Yes.
And then we were like,
packed up to leave, and I'm just like, come on, Mark, I'm kind of tired. Let's get back. Because I was staying at Mark's apartment.
yeah.
I was just like, we should probably leave. Should probably go. Just kind of keep stalking.
And then we hear Danny, wait, where's the toilet paper holder?
And then you hear Cody go, wait, up the stairs? Nobody leave!
It was more of like, we kept looking for it, thinking like, oh, Hank changed the role, is what he said. So it's like, it fell somewhere, because that happens. It does fall off because of how crappy they designed the bathroom. But that's what we thought. So then I just walked upstairs just out of curiosity. That's when I saw they were all gone, and that's when I was just like, there's no ghost. It fell off. And which sucked because Jared was like at the back door, ready to like
I had
open
that
it.
hand on the door to leave, and I'm like,
It was like, scream, nobody move. So finally we just let him go, because Danny's like, what are you going to do about it? And I was like, I'm just going to stand at this window, and I'm going to wait for them to get in their car.
Well,
we returned 2.
I got 2 of them.
Yeah. It was the last one.
The
The
last
last one I kept moving.
yes.
Because I had it in my back pocket. You guys started searching pockets, so I threw it under your couch.
Yes.
And then I'm like, I don't have anything. And then as you guys were searching other places, I grabbed it from the couch. I think I passed it off to Jared.
Well, I had 2 in my pocket, because they're like, let's see your pockets. I'm like, I've never gone in that bathroom.
Yeah.
Because I had finally moved all the blame to everyone else. I was like, I don't have...
Yes, because Hank left the seat up, and I was not happy about that
Yes,
either.
because there was a big,
playing live Trouble in
pointing
Terrorist Town.
fingers of like, well, did you leave the seat up or did you put it down? Did you fly?
We were playing a real life Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Well,
Yes.
Because I remember specifically, because I went in there, I stole the bottom one. I was like, God, I really need someone else to go in there. That's not me, so it gives away my suspicion.
Yeah.
I remember Hank's getting up and going in there. I'm like, yes, Hank, yes. And then Hank didn't say anything. I'm guessing he peed or something.
Yeah.
And comes out. So there was a big argument when Toasty was up. Was Hank the one who did it or me?
But Hank's entire thing, he never acknowledged or denied stealing the toilet paper.
Yes.
He was just like, did I leave the seat up?
Yeah.
That was his big mystery.
He struggled. He got it though.
Yeah.
But it turns out that you all still had one. So
Yes.
Cody was waiting at the window because we knew.
We knew they had it. We just knew that they were never going to admit to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were debating whether at that point we should like ship it back to you or put it in the mailbox.
Well, see, like my thing was just like they're going to talk about it or show it, and that's when I'm going to come out the door. If they don't, just drive away. It's like, what do we do? They just have it. And then Jared showed it, and that's when I was just like, oh no, I know they have it.
So I was like, I'll put it in the mailbox.
Yeah. It was like, all right, let's just put it in the mailbox real quick and leave.
Yeah, be done.
Yeah.
That's
What we
when
should have done is just backed up.
Yeah,
and
left. And, well, we should have backed up, like basically turned the corner, like wait like a minute, then drive back around and
Yeah.
put it in.
because that's what I was like. I was sitting there. I was like, they're either going to drive away, and then they have it still, or they're going to show it to each other about like I still have it,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to catch them.
Oh, we knew where it was, pretty much.
I just gotta say, I hit that thing so many times. At one point, I hit it in your laundry room.
Yes.
That's like, if you thought it was weird, I was moving all around your like kitchen, like living room area. It was me constantly picking it up and moving it.
Well, I remember
because
one
you
time
guys started looking certain areas. I'm like, oh god, pick up, move over here.
Well, what gave you up was Jared when we caught Jared with them. It's like
Oh, yeah.
Jared's doing it, then Mark has to be also
Mark is
doing it.
involved.
Well, at one point you texted me, it's like, I can't risk it. You need to move it this time.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
To be fair, we were all drinking that night.
We were having a
Yeah.
good
Not
time.
heavily, but I was not 100% paying attention.
And then Hank did his ceremonial, take the big couch and leave Andrew on the small couch.
Oh, yeah.
Because Hank is a lot smaller than Andrew.
Yeah.
No, because we had a bed in the guest room by then.
Yeah,
so
that's
we
what I
did.
was wondering
So
when no one
no.
took the bed.
Andrew slept in the bed.
Andrew did sleep in the bed. Sometimes, no, that was with Mark, where he took the small couch and Mark was just curled up on the tiny couch.
That was-
That was at Jared's place. I was never at your place.
No. This was
This was the camping trip where you had two
The
Four
camping
Locos and were not going
Yeah.
home.
You were like, I'm gonna go home.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah, and then I was like, here's a Four Loko,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
Here's another Four Loko.
Because I was
Do
planning
it.
on drinking.
Just take a little.
He
Yeah.
drank a whole Four Loco, and he was just like, all right, well, I think it's about time for you to leave. He just stands up, falls back down, and was like, oh no.
And I handed him another.
Well, I think it was like I went to stand up to get closer to the fire. Like, I'm a little cold, and like I would try to do like a little shimmy forward. And I did that. I was like, this is a bad idea. it's like I'm gonna fall into this fire. It's like I'm just gonna sit here and not move.
Yeah.
And then we gave him another Four Loco, and then that kind of solidified no one was leaving the house.
Yeah.
But yes, it does turn out that anytime we're all at somebody's house, Hank always takes the biggest couch, and Mark gets the tiniest one.
Wherever
And
else.
your
gets the
size
same
It's
is
one.
because he
so
waits
different.
to. He's the last person to go to bed.
Yes. So I never claimed.
Because I
the couch.
remember he finishes it and he's like, "All right, what now?" And I was like, "I'm falling asleep. I'm just gonna curl up." And
Yeah.
like, I am wide awake. I had so much caffeine.
Oh yeah.
And he went and tried to go. That one time he tried to go to sleep in Jared's house, and his grandmother was in the guest room.
Yeah.
He came back downstairs.
And I told you guys.
Well, I remember.
I didn't
it
hear
was,
you say that.
I
That's
didn't.
what we
Yeah.
got.
I think we were about to sleep at the time.
Well, I remember, like, I think it was your 21st. It was when I was drinking, and Allie got me that drink. I remember, like, I was wide awake, and everyone's like, oh, we're going to bed. And I'm like, oh, really? Like, I'm like, wait. And, like, I remember Allie's like, no, Mark, you're going to bed. And I was like, I'm not tired at all. She's like, you're going to bed.
Yeah.
And, like kind of pseudo-forced me of, like, pushing me down on the couch, like, lay down a bit. And I was like, okay.
Are you sure that wasn't Hank's 21st?
It might have been Hank's. I don't know. It was someone's 21st. I remember that.
Because
Whose 21st did I go to? I only went to one of your else 21st.
mine wasn't great because we went to Thunder first, and then by the time we got back, it was like 11:30, and everyone was tired already.
I think it was Hank's.
Yeah, because
But-
I remember I was told to go to bed by my girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to bed. I was like, all right.
Okay, because I remember you told me to go to bed by Allie, and I remember just laying there. And, like, I felt perfectly fine. As soon as I laid down, like, my stomach hit me
Yeah.
hard of, like, you do not feel good at all. And I remember just for the whole night, I just sat next to the trash can. I didn't puke, but I was like, on the off chance I am, I'm sitting next to this trash can. I'm not leaving. Because it's just one of those things, I'm like, I was perfectly fine. And no, you tell to lay down. You don't tell baby to lay down. You just...
Mark was that upset.
Yeah.
So, Mark, what are you watching on Disney Plus?
Let's see. I've watched The Mandalorian.
Uh huh.
I have...
Adventures in Intergalactic babysitting at this point.
I don't know if you guys have watched it, but I have watched High School Musical, the series.
How was it?
Oh,
I
no.
have big hopes, but I know they're about to be crushed.
Okay, so do you know the premise behind the show at all?
It's a high school doing the musical, yes?
So I knew nothing going in to watch this. The only thing I knew about it, because I was telling Angela I was going to watch it that night, and she was like, "Oh, is that the one where it's those kids putting on a High School Musical show?" And I go, "What?" And then I read the description of it. It's kids at East High School, where they filmed High School Musical, putting on the musical High School Musical, and it's a series about them putting it on.
Yes.
And it's okay, but it's not like the real kids at East High. It's obviously a stage set up actors and everything. So they have the classic drama. So it's spoilers if anyone cares.
No.
Jared walks away.
Jared leaves.
Bye, Jared.
But they do the classic girl guy after summer were dating, but they took a break during the summer. And then they come back, girl finds new guy. But then they announce oh, they're doing the High School Musical, the show, or the musical or whatever. And so the girl and new guy audition for Gabriella and Troy. But the guy, her original boyfriend, was never a fan of musicals. But he's determined to win her back. So you know what he does? He auditions for a High School Musical. And he ends up winning Troy.
Wow.
And the girl ends up winning Gabriella. So he's yeah, in hopes of reuniting their relationship, while the other guy got Chad, and he's kind of pissed he's a Chad. And then, but the show, the way they film it though, is they film it kind of The Office / Park and Rec, of something happens, and then it cuts to one of the kids in the hallway talking to the camera, and it'll be oh, Gene, sophomore. And they're just yeah, I thought I would just do this to see how everything would work out. But it's they don't set up in the show this is a documentary or they're filming anything. So just this randomness of these kids just talking into the camera, telling you things. It doesn't fit.
They're really trying to push that with shows now, is what I've noticed. Since The Office was such a big success, and then Parks and Rec was too. So they're thinking maybe this will bring nostalgia or whatever.
See, that to me that made sense if they, unless I missed it, and it made sense if they explained this is a documentary of this happening. It made sense. Yeah. But unless I missed it at the beginning of it, because I remember the beginning of it was oh, they have a new art drama teacher, and so she's really, she was watching High School Musical, being I can't believe I'm teaching at the school that filmed High School Musical.
Well, I know it sounds really similar to Encore, which Kristen Bell. Sorry.
Yes.
Kristen Bell, she kind of hosts it, but it's more of a documentary style, but it's about these high school kids putting on a musical, but it's not High School Musical.
Do you know about that one?
It's different musicals.
Which one's Kristen Bell?
She
plays Anna.
Do you know The Good Place?
Yeah, The Good Place.
No, never got into it.
You know Frozen Anna? She's the voice of that character.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yes.
That's her.
Okay.
Yes.
I always mentally, she's the same as Kristen Wiig for me. So.
No,
no.
Totally different.
Well, yeah, that's why I asked.
She's in those one commercials with her husband, and they're really fun together.
Yes. God, what's his name?
Drax?
I have no idea his name. He is the guy in...
What's the commercial for?
Well, now they're doing one
It's
about...
vegan food now.
Oh, yeah, now they're doing one with Impossible Food. And they're talking about, not lying to their kids, so they, flat out tell them, hey, this isn't meat. This is, all this stuff.
It's actually worse for you than a normal Whopper.
Is it?
Yes.
Really?
Nutrition-wise, yes.
No. I have no idea.
It's better for the environment, but it's worse nutritional for you than if you just got a normal Whopper.
Because it kills the infestation called humanity slowly.
No, like the amount of sodium that they put into it
to make it
taste, good. Not worth it.
That's the one thing that.
Your cholesterol.
Yeah, that's the one thing I've learned about healthy foods is sometimes the healthier option isn't the best option for you.
I'm just trying to max out everything. It's kind of like a video game. Once I hit the max sodium level, I can't have more sodium.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You got to min-max life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You got to max out money, max out food.
I don't know, Mark. You have enough sweets to max out your sweets.
Okay, just because I have cake and cookies
You have cake,
and candy.
cookies, candy.
You have 4 types of cereal. You live alone.
Okay. One of those is yours. Thank you very much.
It is.
And the other one,
sugar cereals.
Well, the one, the chocolate Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which was a disappointment.
Is that a Nutter Butter cereal?
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
That's Jared's cereal that he bought that we haven't tried
What is
yet.
Nutter Butter cereal?
I don't know, but it sounds peanut butterific.
Yeah, we saw it in Kroger. We're like, well, we have to get this. I saw a
No,
honey
you
bun
don't.
one. I saw a honey bun one that I want to grab next time.
No.
No, actually, I first saw Nutter Butter cereal almost a year ago because I stopped and called Mark. I forget. I was with someone at the time. I was like, Mark, did you know about this? And he's like, what are you talking about? So I sent him a picture. I was like, wait. And so we just kind of sat on the phone in silence. It's like, oh, okay, I got something. What is that? I was like, I don't know. I was hoping you would try it.
Yeah. Nope. I tried, did you see that it was a donuts? The white powdered donuts?
Mm-hmm.
They had a cereal of that.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. It was also, once again, very weird. Because it wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. And I kept eating it because I wanted to know if I liked it or not.
You want to make a decision?
Yeah. I finished the box. I never bought a new box.
I feel like we're going back in time. Because I remember whenever we went on vacation, we would go someplace for a week and would stay in like this cottage that had a kitchen. And part of going on vacation was the kids, because I'm one of 4. We each got to pick our own box of cereal, and that was the only time we got to choose whatever we wanted. And so I was so happy this one year because I finally got to try Oreos.
Oh no.
They're so good.
Were not
No.
great at all.
Mm-mm.
I ate them because I didn't want to, give my parents that kind of satisfaction, but they were bad, and now I see that they're back, and they're making other cereal out of cookies, and it's a downhill slope.
See, I liked Oreos. It's just though they were also just sugar, and
They were
that's it,
stale
sugar.
from the point that I opened them. They were
You got a
only getting
bad
stale.
box.
It sounds like a bad box.
Probably,
Yeah,
but
did you ever have them?
Yeah, I don't remember. I
They
think I
don't
did.
taste like
but-
cookies.
Yeah.
Like, they don't taste like the Oreo.
No, they don't taste like Oreos. They taste like something different, but they still tasted really good to me.
Now, do you remember the best cereal ever?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
No.
Trick.
The Scooby-Doo series.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because what it was, alright, stay with me. It's the Lucky Charms marshmallows mixed with, have you ever had Cinnabon cereal?
Mm-hmm.
So
No.
it's like the cinnamon grain stuff.
We saw honey bun cereal yesterday.
Yes, I said that earlier. Pay attention.
but
But
I don't.
But it's the Cinnamon of the Cinnabon with the Lucky Charms marshmallow. Best cereal ever made, and to this day, nothing has topped it. Yes. Why are you looking at me weird? Name
'Cause I'm
one
not-
cereal better.
No, I was trying to figure out if you were trying to say cinnamony or cinnamymphony. Is it like a cinnamon symphony?
Yes, the both.
Or if you just
A
made up
sea
a word.
anemone.
A sea anemone of...
So his new name is Nemo.
Yes. I'm just saying, best cereal ever. If anyone has a box of that cereal, please just...
Canada probably has it. Because they have everything.
They have Dunkaroos.
They do. They
I
have
ne-
Dunkaroos.
No, I have
Remember
never
those?
searched Amazon for this cereal. I might be able to find it.
You might be able to find it.
It might be like a couple years old, but you can find it.
Yeah.
You're going on having this fudge for almost a year.
The fudge it's empty.
Oh, is it?
Oh, is
Yes,
it?
there's nothing in there.
Okay, because Mark said he got this tin of fudge for his birthday, right?
No, it was supposed to be for my birthday, but Angela didn't make it because she got lazy. And so it was a thank you gift for driving her up to the airport when she went to Pennsylvania. But that was back in April.
Okay.
So she made it then as a thank you, and I just had the tin and never gave it
Because I
back
was
to
still
her.
in my apartment.
Yes, because you took some.
Yes, because I was like, I'm going to take a piece or two, and I opened it up, and I mean, this is probably, what would you say, like a 10-inch diameter
10-inch probably, yeah.
10-inch, 3-4 inches deep.
That's
and-
like 6 inches deep.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need
You're
glasses.
ignoring the fact that
I'm not-
Mark still has Reese's eggs from Easter.
Okay, my parents gave that to me.
It's the best egg. It's
It
the
is.
Best Reese's.
It is, but do you want to eat Reese's eggs from Easter?
Okay, they're double sealed.
It's November.
They're individually sealed,
It's November.
and their package is sealed. I would eat them.
There you go. Where's the tape? Just...
Yeah, I took the tape away from you.
Yeah.
Oh no, the chairs are good. Okay.
As he turns and it breaks.
Oh no! So it's actually, I'm feeling it. It's almost like this left side is almost all the way through.
Yeah, once again, you're breaking my chair.
Hasn't broken yet, but man, it's gonna be.
Don't go breaking my chair.
You're gonna need to have like someone else over give them this chair to have it break.
I understand you guys are making fun of me for all my food choices.
No.
You're breaking my stuff.
No, we
All
love
right,
you.
Mark, what else do you want? Point something else out to us.
But so over there is a misdirection flag.
Coolest thing that you own.
The coolest thing that I own?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Is that flag.
No.
He's got all the
there's-
Grand Corps rings.
There's a sash behind the Joker pop that I got from the Dalai Lama that he has blessed.
Oh,
Oh, sweet. That's actually really neat.
that's cool.
Ha!
Well, you can't make fun of religion. It's
Yeah.
just bad taste.
Yeah.
Point something else out, like a Joker pop. Nerd.
Wait, you
No.
don't like my original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers lunchbox?
I do, but that's just because I'm a
You
big
all are
fan.
ignoring the big elephant in the room. The fact that Mark already has a Christmas tree out and it is not Thanksgiving yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Backstory here. My mom gave me this tree.
We know your mom.
So
Are you blaming this on your mom?
I am. So
He blamed the candy on his mom, too.
that's my dad.
Because his dad can't have candy.
Yeah. So I went home last week. So it was like the beginning of November. And I walk into my house and there's already a Christmas tree up, lights everywhere, ornaments on it. And I go, really? And my mom goes, well, yeah, of course. And then points to the other smaller Christmas tree also in the living room. And it's like, oh my God. She goes, oh, and I also got you something. Come here. So I followed her to her bedroom. She happened to send me a picture of 2 Christmas trees the week before. I said, which one do you like better, this green one or this white one? I go, the green one, thinking she was trying to buy something off of Amazon and go buy it for herself. No, she already bought these trees and wanted to know which one I wanted. So I come in, the mini green tree is already decorated. She goes, this is for you. And hands me this tree. And I go, what? She goes, yeah, I know you. You're not going to have a Christmas tree in your apartment. This is your Christmas tree now. And I'm like, okay. Why are you looking at me weird?
Because Christmas trees that aren't green are sacrilegious.
I agree. But there's that new trend going around.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
I don't like them when they're pre-lit. I don't like it. Let me just put together my Christmas tree. Cursing because I can only find 6 of the 7 red ones. And then I put it together. I put the lights on how I like it. Then I put on the ornaments.
6 of the 7 red ones? Like
Yeah,
lights?
so no, your
Christmas
your
tree
branches are labeled.
Yeah.
If you get the synthetic ones,
Yeah.
which we have to do.
I didn't know they were labeled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
they have
depends on
different
which ones you get.
They're,
Because there's the
they're
ones
either
that
colors or mine has letters and colors. So
Yeah,
I know that.
some are pre-assembled, like ours are just 3 pieces and they kind of fold in. But I
Yeah,
know what you're
that's
talking
how
about.
my parents' tree.
Yeah, there's ones that are just the center rod, and then all the other ones are a bunch of hooks, and they're all
Yeah.
colored, and then the rod
yeah.
centers they attach to are also colored, and you're supposed to match them all.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Because that's
Yes.
what my parents is. Now ours we got for cheap, but that's because when we first got it, we were broke.
We were
Yeah.
poor. We were trying to live in a cheap ass apartment with barely making enough to just pay rent. So it's like when Christmas came around, it's like, all right, so we have to survive Christmas, try to afford our bills, and get each other gifts, and all we have is $100.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, we did it, and we still managed to spend a lot on Christmas. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. You got me switched that
Wait,
one year.
we do that?
Yeah, we save money.
Oh my God, how do
This
you
is
do
how
that?
things work.
You need to cut me a check.
I do, actually.
Yeah. While we're thinking about it. But
But no, it's a trend. Like now it's they're doing the black and gold.
Nope.
There's
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
sunflower
also
Christmas
wrong.
trees.
Oh,
See,
no.
my parents got a new one this year because the one we had is like 15 years old now.
Is it white?
No, it's so it's weird. It's white highlights.
Nope.
So if you go up to the tree, it's green, but the farther away you get from it, it looks like the frosted snow on it.
Oh.
So it makes it look whiter than what it actually
how does
is.
it feel to know your Christmas is ruined?
Wow.
That's
We've had the same Christmas tree for over 25 years in my family.
yeah.
Mom went and bought a new one, and we moved it out to the garage so she couldn't find it as we put up the old one.
Nice.
She has since given up.
They have to recharge the old
We have
pine
broken
every
her
year.
spirit.
I want you to know change is good sometimes.
Yeah,
And,
like
need
when
to
you
accept
give
it.
them $1 and it's only a penny,
Yeah.
change is
Tree.
good.
What kind of tree did you buy?
Synthetic. I mean, it was perfect, except for it wasn't the one that we've used for 25 years.
But
What's going to happen when that tree
different?
breaks?
Yes, because ours...
Duct tape. A lot of duct tape.
I mean, we fixed it several times before.
With duct tape.
We're running to the point where, because how we know why our tree is special, there are certain parts on the tree where the little, the green... like the fake needles are getting kind of thin because a couple fall off every year. There's one branch in particular that's really thin, and so we have a spot where we put it kind of around back because it's like a 2/3 tree.
Yeah.
We don't need to cover up what you see.
Yeah.
I'm saying you're making fun of my parents. They're just trying to be festive and nice. Like,
if they wanted to be festive, they'd have a green tree.
It's the sad thing is like, so I go to my mom. I'm like, why in the world do you have the Christmas tree already up? She goes, well, I mean, I might not be here in December. Yeah. I know your dad's gonna be lazy and not put up the tree and decorate it. So we got to be somewhat holiday.
Christmas and next Christmas
and
the year after. My grandma said that for 15 years.
I say my mom has been saying it for 2 years at this point.
My grandma, bless her heart, she liked to make like cards.
Yeah.
Like with like stamps and stickers and everything. And so like growing up, it would be like any holiday, like, oh, it was Flag Day, I made you a card.
Yeah.
And she always would put a $2 bill in it. But
I had a grandma who did that.
Like the last 10 years of her life, she would give us like, oh, here's your Christmas card. I just went back to school. Why not? I might not be around. So we would hand it back to her like, all right, I'll get this at Christmas then.
And my mom's getting into that.
Has she started giving away stuff in the house?
Oh, she has, quote unquote, given away stuff by going to me and be like, you want this. When I die and your dad dies, you gotta split the stuff between your brother. You want this. This thing's worth $500. You can easily sell it. Don't give it to your brother. And it's like, okay, mental note.
I think everybody gets in the mentality when you get older. Or when you like go to a funeral, because my family is doing that right now because we just went to 2. So.
Yeah.
Because they're all just like, okay, now we gotta start going through everything. Like my grandmother's house is gonna take forever because she's a hoarder or was a hoarder.
Yeah.
See, my brother.
She made me put back the rowboat pull strings. Like there was no boat; it was just a pull string. So I was gonna throw it away, and she told, "No, put it back. Like it's got some use." I'm like, "It's the pull string of a rowboat, and there's no rowboat."
We later found the rowboat.
Did you?
Yeah. So
it was
don't you look the fool?
Yes, I think Trina ended up taking it.
Well, there's no pull string because me and Sean snuck it out and threw it away.
Well, I'm getting nervous because my grandpa has started this trend now for the past 3 years. If throughout the year you borrow a tool or ask like, oh, hey, can you bring up like your chainsaw or something? That's what you get for Christmas. And at one point, he had a truck, and I needed to borrow.
I was like, "Can I borrow your truck?"
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I was like, because like I prefaced it with, I need it one day only. I do not normally need a truck, like all this stuff. I'm still a little worried that because like he like gave a lawnmower to my uncle because he's like, yeah, I remember you borrowed it once, so I figured you needed it. Like, no, mine was just getting like maintenance. So now he has 2 lawnmowers. But it's like, I'm very worried at Christmas he'll just be like, oh, here's the keys. I'm like, I can only drive 1 car home. I don't need a truck right now.
Just keep it in storage and you use it when we need to move. Because somebody's going to have to move at some point.
Well, yeah.
Andrew's, I think, next in line at this point.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, he's trying to get a job closer to Covington.
I mean, I'll probably move next.
That'll be you?
Yeah.
I think
I'll probably do sometime over the summer. Like, it's whenever they find a house and move out. But
your family's moving?
No, my brother and sister-in-law.
Oh.
Getting a condo.
Yeah.
This is the same brother that we met at the party that...
I only got 1 brother.
Yeah.
I got a brother-in-law.
He's married?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Demi.
Yeah. The girl named Amelia Earhart outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his wife.
That's fine.
I'm like... Kid, right?
No.
No, Jessica
that
Tony
was,
had a kid.
They have soon to be 4 kids.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Having both of you in the same room was just like, Jesus Christ, there's too much Jared here. Someone has to leave.
I mean, we work off of each other, really. Like, you think Mark and I work off well each other?
Oh, it was horrible. It's like we can't say anything. It's, no matter what, it comes back to them.
Oh yeah. Especially when we were on a roll at beer pong.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the jokes just keep building.
Me and Andrew. No, it was me and Mark that finally took you down.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Like, we got real close, and then...
All I know, at one time we did a brothers.
Yeah, because Andrew's
we won, but I made every single shot.
Yeah.
You carried the team.
Yeah, playing beer pong.
Yeah.
You made every single shot. Andrew didn't make one.
Yes, Andrew... At one point, I made, 3 in a row. Turned to Andrew and was like, you gonna do anything? He's like, nope. And I thought he was kidding, but no, he didn't make a single shot the entire time.
No, it was me and Andrew that finally took you all down. And then we went on the same spree and nearly tied you all up.
Yeah.
And then we lost to... No, it wasn't. Because then we lost to Jared and Andrew.
I don't know. I was there. I walked around and talked to people.
So it could have been Andrew. I don't know. Well, somehow it was... Oh, it was me and Hank that did it.
Oh.
It was me and Hank that did it, and then somehow we just kept winning.
That's surprising.
I know. Because me and Hank are probably the worst two people in the room, but for some reason no one could beat us at a certain point.
Yeah.
No. I just remember I had the bad luck playing against, I think it was Justin and Jared, because it was second throw, they both immediately ended in one cup. Immediate end, and it was just well.
It was one of those where it was like our second match, we just warmed up. Yeah. And it was done within seconds.
Yeah.
I know Andrew kept hitting me.
Yes.
He hit me in the face and in the chest.
Yeah.
He's just so abusive.
He is.
That's how it works.
See, that happened to us too, though. We were playing against the guy's brand new. He's like, it's my first time playing. I was like, alright, first shot goes in, Hank goes in. Alright, that's cup.
Yeah.
Game over. It's and then that's when Jared and Andrew was come up and we're like, no, we're going to replay because this is the first time and that really wasn't a game.
Yeah.
Even though it was still a win.
Yeah.
And then we beat them and then we lost to Jared.
We do have souls.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're compassionate.
Wait, what?
Sometimes.
Wow.
Unless you insult our Christmas.
I still love, it was Andrew's birthday. And I remember talking to him, and I was like, "All right, yeah, what time should I get there?" He's like, I'm gonna have dinner with my family, so get that's about 5, so 6 or 7 would be cool. All right, yeah, no, that's cool. 5 o'clock rolls around, I get a phone call from Andrew. Hey, you want to join for dinner? Wait, what? He goes, yeah, like you want to join for dinner? I'm like, I'm still in Louisville. You told me not to come to dinner. He's like, yeah, well, Cody and Dani kind of showed up for dinner, and I just felt the need, I need to invite you.
Now, hold on.
Knowing you're not going to show up. And I'm like, thanks, but I'm still going to be an hour or 2 away.
We didn't show up and crash it. You mean it's not like we crashed it. We were talking with them. It's like, when do you want us to get up there? And he said 6 or 7. And then on the Thursday before, he's like, hey, so my parents have extra steak and stuff, and they want to know if you want to come. And we're like, yeah, sure, we'll be there. So when do you want us up there? It's like, yeah, 5 at my house, my parents' house. Like, all right, cool. We showed up and Jared was already there.
I was invited to dinner.
I was not.
From the front.
So what really is?
We got invited on Thursday.
Jared was already there. I was
up
front invited.
But then he acted stupid and turned around and was just like, I didn't invite you.
And everyone's there cutting their steak. They're just like, I should call Mark.
Yeah, because Hank eventually, Hank was in the area, too, and he was just like, man, we should probably invite Hank and Mark. I was like, yeah, so we called Hank, and then Hank showed up.
No.
I was like,
Mark showed up before Hank.
He's right. We invited
remember.
Hank and Mark at the same time, and even with an hour and a half advantage, and even though Hank lives 10 minutes away from Andrew, he still got there before Hank.
Food was good, though.
It was very good.
I hope it was.
Yeah.
His dad was a really good cook.
Yeah.
And then we went to that really bad bar.
So...
No, that was the different.
That was a different birthday.
This was 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah,
we
this
played,
is when we went canoeing.
Oh, yeah, we did crash that one.
Yeah, and then you came home, or you came back to the house and you passed out while we played the cat game.
Oh, yeah, I died.
Yeah, which I destroyed at the cat game. It was a cat Pictionary. So it was Pictionary, but
was
you had
there?
You might have not been. No, because it was...
No.
Because Ashley was there, Dani was there, Cody was there, me. Was Angela there?
Oh,
no.
after canoeing.
You didn't know Angela.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but okay, because I just remember, I could guess it before they even start drawing. I really chose a cat. I remember sitting with Dani. Dani grabs one, and I go, stripper! And she just looked at me.
I'm like no.
It was great.
Road cards.
I was laying downstairs dying.
The other day, I was sitting here on my couch, and I was just playing Xbox. And it was one of those scenes where the music kind of goes low, and I just hear a me, me. I'm like, what? Wait, what's going on? And I like, mute my TV to see something in the game. It's like, it's not. I'm like, what's beeping? And so I start walking around my apartment. I get like closer to here, and like my kitchen, it gets a little bit louder. And I start walking down my like hallway, and I go into my laundry room. And that's where the loudest is, and that's technically where like my alarm system is. So like I'm looking at this, and like my alarm system's not on or anything. Like I go outside to see if there's something outside. You don't hear it outside. I'm like, what's going on? Like close my door, and like I think it was my neighbors. Like I guess on their alarm system or something was going off. But, like, it was loud enough that I could hear it in my apartment, but I couldn't stop it. So it was, like, for 5 minutes, there's just this constant, like, low beeping going on.
Yeah,
I just turned up my TV.
See, the issue
I usually don't hear anything from them.
The issue we have with sound is, like, we'll sit anywhere in the house, and we can hear everything. Like, we can hear small stuff around us.
Yeah.
You walk up to our bedroom, everything sounds like it's coming from downstairs.
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll hear people outside, like, walking on their decks, or just running and playing, or hammering, and we're just like, someone in the house. So we'll like run downstairs, and now we hear it outside. We're like, God damn! And it happens at night too, because there'll be random people just out at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
and we're like, fuck, someone's in the house.
But
then I stop. I'm just like, I would have heard them either break the window or break the door down.
Yeah,
I got a prank idea that I'll tell you about later.
All right.
We can add it as a little extra.
Yeah.
More shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd actually be a good idea for a supplemental. More shenanigans.
It's
like
shenanigans.
It's like when we come up with an idea, we just put like a 5-minute thing out.
Yeah.
I would like to
So
point out
this
that
pertains-
that was my idea.
Yeah.
So this pertains
so
to all
all
of us.
credit goes to Dani?
Yeah.
Yes.
No one else?
So if anything's illegal,
Yeah.
Danny's fault.
Yeah.
Danny empowered us.
You set this up.
So do you guys know what your house sounds like yet? So like I've lived in the same, well, up until college, I've lived in the same house my entire life. I can tell you what the 3rd and 10th step on our staircase sounds like. They sound different than the rest.
Okay. What do they sound like?
They have different creaking.
What did you think?
And like there's a certain sound that like my mom and dad walk differently, so I can tell you which one walks in to the kitchen at what time.
I can tell you when Cody's walking around because I can easily hear that.
Well, he's the
and
only
I can,
other one
Well,
in the
yeah.
house.
Well, yes.
You
But
hope.
I can. I would hope. But I can tell like what room he is in and where he's going downstairs, so I can tell when he walks into his office or if he goes into the laundry room. So I can hear that. But as far as like creaks go, I'm still getting used to that because, like we said, you hear things outside and you think they're in our garage or in our house, and it's kind of creepy because we're not home at the same time.
Open or
No,
No.
off us.
oh, okay.
No, because it's been too cold lately.
Yeah,
Well,
sometimes the house will settle too, and it settles really loudly. So I'm just like, it sounds like someone took a step, and now they're like, "Fuck, I gotta like creep along to get to these people." I'm like, again, every time I have to reason myself, like, I already hear the doors shut and everything, and then I'll lay back down, and then 5 minutes later, I'm like, did I lock the door though?
You guys might have a cat that you just don't know about.
There is actually a cat that is our neighbor's that likes to go into our yard.
I just imagine like you're secretly bringing over Tabigail.
Yeah.
It's like
Tabigail's
cause
just-
chaos. Like Tabigail's under there for like an hour, comes running
All right,
back.
ancient chaos. Go, go, go.
Well, what's creepy about it is like we're
Shit's
not
too
home
stuff.
together. Like during the week, like during the weekend we're home together, but during the week, since I'm at work at night and he works, a normal shift, so he's at home by himself and he'll hear weird stuff, and then I'll be at home by myself and I'll hear weird things.
It's just the ghost. I mean, it's
Have you
okay.
guys
We
ever?
thought it was.
We actually did for a while thought there was a ghost in the house because of one bathroom, and it was
Was the toilet paper holder missing?
no, no, that was the first
Always
stairs.
smelled.
No, it's the bathroom upstairs. So like I would wake up, I'd walk out, I'm like, door's shut. Door's not supposed to be shut. So I'd open it, and I'd leave for work. So then Dani would come home, she'd get up, go upstairs, ready to bed, stop, look at the bathroom. She's like, I shut this door.
Air vent?
Shuts the door,
Yeah.
goes to bed, wakes up, leaves, goes to everything. I go back upstairs after she left. I'm like going to bed. I pass the door. I'm like, I know I opened it this morning. So I open the door, go to bed, wake up, go on my normal. She comes home, goes up, and she looks at it like, I know I shut it yesterday. Shuts the door. And we never told each other we're doing this. And the entire time we're like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
Ghost.
But never thought to ask, are you opening or closing the door?
See, we have a wind tunnel at my house, so if you only open up the playroom window in my parents' one specific window in the middle of 3, when there's a gust of wind, it will slam all the bedroom doors. So it'll slam like 5 doors, and you'll just be sitting there like, what the fuck was that?
It's the ghost.
Yeah, I remember my parents' back door, especially when I was a kid, was not secure at all. So it was one of those, there was a chain lock, but the chain went to the door frame. The door frame was really shitty. So it was always the classic when we were kids, when we were locked out of the house, you just push open the door, it would take off the frame with the chain, and you can still get in the house. Well, I remember it was high school. It was like my freshman year of high school. Like, you know, I'm a teenager, so I'm staying up till like 2, 3 in the morning. I go into like the kitchen, and just like the back door is wide open with the frame down. I'm just like I do like the slow back of like someone's in the house. Yeah, it's like I don't know who's in the house. Like I go to my dad, like yeah. It's like what? It's like, I don't know if someone's in the house. The back door is like wide open. It's like I'm scared as shit right now. So my dad like is like gets up.
I love how he's like, God damn it, Mark.
Well, he's like just in case he grabs his gun. He hands me a bat. And I was like, all right, we're gonna search the house. And like we slowly go through like every room, and it's like, yeah, there's nothing going on. He just looks outside. He goes, yeah, I think it's just the wind. It just pushes and just pushes everything back, closes it. Just like, I'm going back to bed. And it's like,
have you ever had a dream? I had this happen a year ago when I was visiting a friend. I had a dream that I woke up. I heard him talking to another friend who was supposed to get home at some point during my trip.
Yeah.
And I heard them talking, and then I apparently woke up right after. But it was my friend's Jeff's birthday, and I was like, oh, good. Like, his roommate got home, so now we can all celebrate together. It's like 6 a.m. I can hear the TV. I was like, okay, he's out there. So I went, because I got there real late the night before and just kind of went straight to bed. I had, like, these donuts, and I put candles in there, and so I came out singing. And
wait, do like a birthday cake donut?
Yeah. So it was a donut, and I put candles in it.
Okay.
Because it was supposed to just be us two. So I was like, I didn't want to get cake or anything. And so like light him in this other bathroom, and I'm coming out singing. And so he gets out his phone and starts recording. And halfway through me singing "Happy Birthday," I start yelling, "Schwartz, come out here!" And he looks confused. So I yell again, "Schwartz, come help me sing," because I thought he had just like driven all night and was going to bed. And he just kind of looked real confused at me, and whatever. I finished singing, he's like, okay. He sent it out on Snapchat or whatever. He's like, well, the question is, why do you keep yelling for Schwartz? It's like, he's here. No, he's not. He's like in Louisiana. I was like, no. I heard you guys talking. Where is he? And it took me searching this apartment until I was like, I guess he's not here.
And then you see just a really big box as a present, and you open it up, Schwartz pops out. Happy birthday!
I wish. But no, it's like I had dreamed that I'd woken up. I had the clear memory of hearing them talking about stuff that they would talk about. And then because I remember being like, all right, I'm going to get up and do this because it'll take a minute to get everything together. And then I came out, I was like, oh, he's not here. I guess he went, maybe he's in the bathroom, maybe he went to bed, I don't know. I was very disappointed. Did you guys ever have that?
Yeah, I actually did a couple weeks ago. I was in bed, and it was a weekend, so we were actually, home together. But I woke up, and I thought that I heard a noise, and I had previously gotten up to go get some water. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll shut the door, and I got back into bed, and I was laying there, and then all of a sudden I wake up because I hear that noise, and I look up, and the door is just wide open. So I'm like, Cody, somebody's in the house. So I shake him, and I'm yelling at him, wake up. And he wakes up, he walks over to the door, turns on the light, and is he looks at me, and he's wearing something weird. And I'm like, he's like, nobody's here. We're all fine. And he turns the light back off, and then I wake up, and then he's just laying in bed. The door is shut. Nobody is in the house. And I'm just like, what the hell is happening?
I was ready for the twist of no one's here. Then he gets grabbed, taken away down the hallway.
I would have screamed.
When you say something weird, I'm imagining just a vest and a sombrero.
It was a vest. It was women, they wear that little jacket shawl thing, and it's kind of it was kind of like that. Yeah. And I'm like, why are you wearing that?
It's for protection.
I feel like we should dig into this. This probably means something. Yeah. Cody, what do you think it means that you wear shawls in her dreams?
Apparently, I'm a lot more fashion forward.
I mean, we can't argue with that.
In for men.
I mean, I just chalked it up to my sleep paralysis because I have that. So.
Yeah.
Do you all have sleep paralysis?
It has happened to me once when I was a kid because I was very confused. Because I remember laying there, but not like moving or waking up. Like I couldn't even open my eyes. I remember just being like, all right, open eyes now. And now.
Initiate open eyes sequence.
Well, it was one of those things because I was a kid. I was like, how do I wake up in the morning? Like I was thinking like how do I wake myself up to move? Because I'm fully conscious, like I know I'm awake, but I just couldn't move. And I'm just like, all right, what do I usually do? I just open my eyes. So that's why I was like, all right, open your eyes now. Just move your eyes. Come on, just open them up, buddy. Like,
gosh, I had forgotten about this. But as a kid, I went to a Catholic grade school, so we had a uniform. Mm-hmm. I just remember there were certain days, especially in the winter, I just could not wake up to go to school. Like, I could get out of bed, but just like mentally I wasn't awake. And I remember one thing that worked for me, and this was like 3rd, 4th grade. I was really big into like RPG games and whatnot. So I just remember like getting dressed and like putting on a sock that's like +1 agility. Put on this other sock. They're not the same. This is probably like +1 strength. And like that's how I'll talk myself into getting dressed. Like this sweatshirt +10 warmth.
Such a nerd.
Yeah, I'd completely forgotten about that until like 2 seconds ago. Maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10.
You're gonna keep going forever.
God, yes. And go with the podcast.
Yeah, so we're just now starting. So welcome to.
Yeah. All right, so that was our test run. That went pretty well.
Pretty good.
Gotta step up with the stories, guys.
Yeah. It's like we're like Celine Dion. We're always at a 10. We never phone it in like a 5.
Is that something she said?
No.
What? No.
Did she say this?
All right. So anyone watch the Ashes music video for Deadpool 2?
No.
So it's Celine Dion. She's singing it, and then Deadpool comes out and does like this interpretive dance to it, and it's really ridiculous. And then like at the end of it, he's in the audience clapping like, "Great, Celine, great, that was amazing. But this is for Deadpool 2. You really gotta phone it in. You were at like a 10. We really need it at like a 5." And she's like, "Celine Dion doesn't go anything lower than a 10, Spider-Man." And then cuts.
I feel like I maybe saw that once.
I've seen like clips.
Yeah, it's
I've seen the ending before, but I had no idea what was in context.
Yes, it was for the music video. She was doing very well, and he wanted her to phone it in. And she said she would never phone it in.
Well, that is your obscure reference of the week from Mark. I'd like to thank our sponsor, misdirection.us. That's misdirection.us. See up all of our...
Here, you have this stroke.
This is what happened earlier. Like, I tried 4 or 5 times with this sentence.
Yeah.
And it was something like, I couldn't say like upward or something. Thank our sponsor, misdirection.us. Check out all of our content there. Also follow us on our Twitter. Smash the like button, subscribe.
That's not our
all
Twitter
help
name.
Stuff.
Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. First one to comment gets a free signed picture of Cody. So that's fine.
But not signed by him.
That's all I said was a signed picture of Cody.
It's from Roger, the hobo on the side of the street.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna comment.
Uh...
What was that?